Philippe, what's the overriding feeling going into this weekend?
Excitement. We had, doesn't happen so much that you have a full week. So that was interesting that we could train things, that we could work also with players coming back out of injury, for example. So in that way, positive. Nico Rascat trained today the first time with the squad, could do the full training. Hamza Igaman trained also now 3 days in a row with the first team, so those were good things that we could do now. And the rest, we look forward to the next league game and to work hard to get the 3 points.
What have you been told about the possibility that this might be the final league game at Hampden? Is that how you understand it? Is that still to be confirmed?
Nothing can be confirmed until it's sure, but people are working really hard to make it as fast as possible. So there's a possibility in that way, but not certainty.
How encouraging is that? Because naturally people might fear the worst and think it was going to run on even longer.
Yeah, it's what I said during weeks. So maybe people don't believe me. But everybody's been working really hard for that to make it as fast as possible. And like I said, you don't have everything in your own hands, or a lot of things not in a case like that. But all the club has been pushing to make this transformation period as short as possible, that we could go back to Ibrox as fast as possible, and they're still doing.
We spoke to you last week about trying to move players out of the club before you can bring players in. What can you tell us about Ben Davies in Birmingham City? Is he close to a move there?
I don't know. I know things, of course, but I will not go into rumours until things are signed, until things are sure. So I cannot say anything about that now.
Do you know how many players, first-team players in your squad, Philippe specifically, that you'd need to let go? Does how many you let go then affect how many you can bring in? Is it like a straight one out, one in?
No, it has to do with money. It has to do with high wages from the past and replace them by players with lower wages then, and like this to do something for now and for the future of the club.
In terms of players coming in, how many would you like to bring in an ideal world? I know.
Yeah, that's no, I will never respond to that question. Not here, not in any other club, because I know if I put a number on that and it's less, you guys will point out that there's a problem between me and the board. It doesn't work that way. So I think the most important thing for every club is to get the right players in, to get the right quality in. And everybody's in the club, I know, working really hard on that every moment that they're awake. Same thing for me. It's busy weeks. You get a lot of players to look from recruitment until late at night, or until very, very late in the night. But that's our job to do also. So we want to get people in who can raise the quality. Otherwise, it's of no use. So everybody's working hard on that.
There were reports that you'd had a loan bid rejected for Almeria defender Kaiki. I know you don't specifically go into rumours, but is a defender the primary position you'd be looking to bring in?
If people leave, we need other people in, it's clear. Otherwise, we are short in that position.
Can you give us an update, Philippe, on the players who you've spoken about before, the likes of Todd Cantwell, the likes of Haji? Have there been any fresh bids for them at all?
No, this all I don't know. At the end, I don't know which bids come in. I really don't know, because I'm not interested in that. I'm busy with the squad, with the team. Also to speak with recruitment about if they come with names. If we think as a staff, it's not only me. If we think as a staff, it can be assets for now, also for the future, because you have to make choices like that also. Like I said from the beginning, those were choices made with Clinton Nasiala, for example, who was sent off contract in Milan, or with a young player like Hamza coming in for the future. So you need to make that choices. I there's no reason for me to know every bit that comes in for a player or for what amount, because I'm not at the end the one who makes the decisions about the money in the club.
But do you not need to know if those players are about to leave so you can bring the players?
Yes, but I can only know when it's clear. I told you guys already weeks ago, there's been a clear talk with Hadji about that before the preseason started. Todd made his own opinion about things, why he don't want to stay in Scotland. And I don't speak only about Rangers, it's more Scotland. Why he wanted to leave. So those are decisions made for me. And it's seeing what, at the end, what is a good deal for them, but also for the club. And I will hear when it's the case. Until now, it was not the case, apparently.
If those two players, or any other players don't leave, will you not be allowed to bring any? Is it as simple as that? You won't be allowed to bring anyone else in, or be able to bring anyone else in?
Then it's going to be very difficult, I think. Yeah.
Giannis has been playing with the B team, but Todd has not. Is that your decision, or is that Todd's decision not to play for the B team?
I'm not going to go in details about that. I can say it's not my decision.
You said that Todd was perhaps looking to move on, not just...
Boys, but please, I want to talk about players who are now busy for Rangers. We can talk about the transfer period after the transfer period then, 1st of September, 2nd of September. In that way, we have an important game against Ross County tomorrow. I'm focused on the players who are training, who are working hard to get those results for now, for the coming months, for the coming season, to win trophies. I'm not gonna go in all the rumors, all the things, all the fuss around, because I'm not focused on that. I'm busy with this squad to make the squad better, together with the boards, with the recruitment team, and I'm busy with the players who are in the building. So I want that we continue talking about that.
To confirm your squad news, Philippe, is Robin Proper, Liam Balogun and Oscar Cortez, where are they in the return?
Leon is fit again, trained all week. Robin he trained individual for the moment, so he's in a doubt for tomorrow. He will be 200% sure fit for next week, but it's a doubt about tomorrow, if it's a risk or not. And we don't want to take risk for the longer term. So we will make that decision tomorrow. Oscar Cortez, I expect also in the training next week. So that's the plan also with him. So, and there's a small muscle thing also with Scott Wright. So he's also in doubt for tomorrow. But towards next week, and I touch wood, because we still have a game. But for next week, I expect everybody back, only not Rit van Yilmaz. And for the rest, that old squad will be training.
Philippe, can you just clarify what Dujon Sterling's situation is with has he got an issue with his wrist?
Yeah, he made a bad fall, but that was already before last game when he played. So he played with that. Because again, there are so many rumors here, and some people came to tell me that he was out for months and panic around that. Totally not true. So he had a small problem and he played with it. So he's a tough guy.
On the issue of Ibrox, you said there's a possibility that this could be your last league game at Hampden. Is there a possibility that the cup game could be at Ibrox next month?
We will see next month.
Yeah, next month. So you've got the League Cup game, then you've got the league game as well.
Yeah, but I don't know how fast things will be handled. I cannot give guarantees about the Ibrox situation. I can only say that for the moment things are going in a positive way. The club is happy how things are evolving now, and everybody's doing efforts day and night to get us as fast as possible back at Ibrox for all the games.
Just the one on transfers, are you confident that you will get the business done that you need with regards to both ways?
How many managers did you ask that question? did one guy give you the guarantee that it would happen? Yeah, I'm confident because I believe in the club, I believe in the recruitment, and I believe we can do the right things. We need to do a lot of things. So I know that in one transfer period, it will be impossible to do everything that we want to do as a club, that we know. But I think a lot of good things already are done, but we need still to do several things this week. That's clear for everybody in the building.
Good mornings.
Philippe, I asked you straight after the game last week about the performance overall, having analysed it and things this week. You said maybe it will take a wee while to get up to where you want it to be, but how much confidence does the performance last week give you? Because there were so many chances created, and overall it was a pretty good performance in that way. So how do you, having analysed it, what would you say about that now?
Yeah, that I always try to make things better, and I'm focused on that. So we should have killed the game off much earlier, that game. But there were indeed a lot of positive points in the way we did our building, in the way we could find space, in the way we created chances, in the way we defended. So there were a lot of positive things from that side, and I want to see a confirmation of that tomorrow again against a tough opponent. I still have pain in my stomach if I think about our game last season against Ross County. So we know it's a tough opponent who will do everything to take us out of the game. So I want confirmation from the players, the things they showed last week. That's what we've been working on during the week, and like this, to grow as a squad, and then to strengthen the squad this week with a few players with added value towards the team for the short term. So we signed in the beginning of the transfer market several young players for the future, but we expect to do things also for the short term now.
On another issue, Philippe, there's a report out this week from the SFA about Scotland, compared to other nations, don't bring enough youngsters through. What's your thoughts on young players coming through in Scotland? Have you seen enough of them?
No, for sure not. And we also started with that to put much more attention towards that in all the club. And you will see tomorrow, you saw also at the end of the last game, we had several young players out of the academy on the pitch. That moment, what was before less the case. So it's an important thing for Rangers, and I need to repeat what I said several months ago. I think what this country misses is that the B teams can play in the second league. That would help a lot. And you see countries where a lot of young players get chances and can grow, but have the step in between, like Belgium, like Holland, where the B teams of several clubs are playing in the second league or in the third league for the lower teams. The step is not that big, and because of that you get also more players who are at the age of 20, 21, 22 who are ready to play in the first league, because they played at 17, 18, 19, 20 in the second league, and they could make the step in between. And in that way, I see that people want to make efforts to make things better, but I think that is a big step that people are not open for yet. And I think it would be a very good, no, I don't think, I'm sure, it will be a very good thing for Scottish football to do that, and for all the teams, because not only, and that's maybe the thing that people sometimes think, it's good things for Celtic and Rangers and Hearts and maybe some other teams, but not for the rest. But it's not the case, because the players who don't succeed here, they have experience in the second league, and then to go to the Ross counties, for example. So everybody benefits out of that. And it's a big difference, because people are talking about cooperation with other teams and putting several players in one other team and to work in that way. but it's much more difficult because you don't have any control what is done there with the players. It's totally different when it's your team with your coaches, with your performance staff, with everything controlled around the players. You have much more control of the story. How is an evolution of a player? If you put them on loan or you put them in a team where you don't have any control, it's just like throwing them in the swimming pool without learning to swim. So we need to make these steps smaller, so it needs to be more controlled. So I hope in the future maybe everybody can join together and follow that idea. And it's not my idea. It happens in several countries, and they have success also with much more younger players. So I think it's always good to look where things are going well and to learn out of that.